A limestone bluff near Beijing, China, called Dragon Bone Hill, had, according to locals, long been a source of medicinal old bones. The first human-like skull was discovered there in a cave on the hill by Chinese anthropologist Pei Wen-chung and others working for the Cenozoic Research Laboratory at Beijing. The skull was called Peking Man, and it is now thought to be about 700,000 years old. It was found among other animal fossils, broken skulls, and many stone tools that were more sophisticated than the early stone tools of other hominins. At the Cenozoic Laboratory, after surveying this evidence, US professor Franz Weidenreich thought that Peking Man might have even cannibalized other hominins living at that time. There was also evidence for managed fire, which probably meant that the Peking hominins may have cooked their food and used fire for warmth, protection, or other purposes. The Peking Man fossils would have helped to establish further Darwin's theory of evolution. However, during the start of World War II, disaster struck. The Japanese army had occupied parts of China since the Chinese-Japanese War in 1937, and they were known to be eager fossil collectors. So, the Cenozoic Laboratory workers at that time became increasingly worried about the Peking Man fossils and artifacts. Fortunately, Professor Weidenreich made casts of the skulls and bones and published elaborate descriptions of these artifacts. At the start of the war, he took the casts but none of the original fossils or artifacts to the US. Meanwhile, Pei Wen-chung oversaw the packing of the fossils. They were placed into two marine-like footlockers labeled A and B. One witness said she saw at least one of the boxes carried out to a car in the Cenozoic Laboratory compound. The Japanese raided the entire compound and interrogated many of the people involved, but found nothing. The boxes were never seen again. Thus is the great mystery of the missing boxes of the Peking Man fossils and artifacts. Did the boxes make it out of the laboratory compound? Unless there was a decoy box, it is likely the boxes, or at least one of them, made it out. Records of train raids made by the Japanese at this time show that the soldiers plundered and robbed only obviously valuable goods. An inconspicuous box of bones and stones could have been opened and thrown by the wayside, as regular soldiers would have been unlikely to know of their value. Thus remains the mystery of the Peking Man fossils.